just when I think I left you far behind. Only when I laugh, only when I cry, only on days that end in wine. Now I'll admit you're hard to quit. I've been going through a bad withdrawal, but you can bet I had to let you walk before I crawl. I got my pride, wrong or right, I'm gonna stand my ground, and I ain't gonna let your memory get me down. The only time I ever miss you, honey, is when I'm alone or when I'm with somebody. Memory never even gets to me, except when I'm awake and when I'm sleeping. Girl, you never even cross my mind, except just when I think I left you far behind. Only when I laugh, only when I cry, and only on days that end in wine. When you walked out, I was just about to break down and beg you not to go. I said just when I think I left you far behind. Only when I laugh, only when I cry.
Okay, copperhead. Here's that for head. Okay. And then big dogging around with Theo McCoy.
Bring his camera film on me.
Chirp, chirp, chirp. Flop, 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 flop. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Hey, does this good, doesn't he? Chirp, chirp, flop, flop. Whoops. Chirp, flop. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There we go. Ready? And we're going to the left. chirp, chirp, chirp. Flap, 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 flap. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Chirp, 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 chirp. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Chirp, 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 chirp. Flap, flap, flap. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Chirp, chirp, chirp. And let's get faster. All right, here we go. To the left. Yeehaw! All right, let's go the other way. All right, here we go. Ready to chirp, flap, 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 flap. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Chirp. Chirp, chirp. Wiggle. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Wiggle, wiggle. All right, here we go the other way. Whoa, whoa, ready? All the other way. And that's the end of it. Woo! All right, thank you so much. I knew he was a bird dog.
I guess everyone can hear me. Okay, what we would like to do first is just kind of set a boundary here. If everyone just stays within a circle where you're at now, don't enter in the circle, stay outside where this little circle we have here. That allows us to do a little bit of work with the dogs, and it doesn't put anyone in any danger at all with any of the patrol dogs. What they failed to announce, and probably just didn't know it, is Trooper Brim also is here from the Maryland State Police with a shepherd named Marc. So there'll be two shepherds, and I didn't bring a shepherd with me. I just brought a bloodhound. We'll introduce the bloodhound to you, and we'll do a little bit of a demonstration. Keep in mind while you're watching these dogs work that they're working dogs. They work the street all the time. They're not demonstration dogs. They're not dogs that put on shows. They might not do everything exactly right, and they might not look pretty enough like you see on television. But as patrol handlers, we don't particularly, it doesn't matter to us how they perform out in a public setting. It matters how they perform while they're working at nighttime with us. You just bear with us just for a second until we get the other shepherd up here. Okay, if we're ready, well, I think maybe most of the people know who we are, but maybe we should introduce ourselves. My name's Sergeant Brown. I'm the canine handler for the Sheriff's Department. I've been a handler for almost 18 years. I handle both shepherds and bloodhounds, and I'm a national trainer for bloodhounds. Most of you here in Cumberland City know Ron Grove, Officer Grove, and Canine Moore, the shepherd, which came from Czechoslovakia. I think it's a Czech dog. Ron's been a handler for 4 years. And Moore is also a patrol dog and a narcotics dog. And Trooper Brim, which has a Czech dog, also came from Czechoslovakia, trained there. With the canine Bart, Trooper Brim's been a canine handler for 6 years. 6 or 7, doesn't matter. What we're going to do is we're going to do just a little bit of the basic stuff. We'll do a little bit of basic obedience and show you that when a patrol dog handler is handling a dog while he's working the street and so forth, a lot of times people believe and think that the dog are aggressive, mean, nasty dogs. As you can see the dogs laying here, they're not mean and nasty dogs. What the patrol dog is, it's a dog which helps the handler, and the dog's aggression is controlled by the handler. It's a controlled aggression shepherd. We'll do some obedience, and then we'll do a little bit of attack work, and I'll explain what happens with the shepherds. When shepherds first are picked for canine work, they go through a testing to make sure they're not gun shy and make sure their health is good. Then once they enter into school, the school's 14 weeks long just for the basic canine training. They'll go through an obedience, which the dog is taught to respond to whatever the handler tells him to do and the handler's actions. Also, when the dogs are doing obedience, it's not only voice, but it's also hand commands. Sometimes canine handlers get in a situation where they don't have they just can't use their voice, so they have to do everything by hand where everything's quiet, done at nighttime. Okay. Once they go through the obedience part, you'll see as the handlers walk, the dog always walks to the left-hand side of the heel. Whenever the handler stops, the dog also stops. He's not pulling the handler around. He'll stop and sit down and allow the handler to approach people or do whatever the handler has to do. You also notice he always stays on the left-hand side of the handler because the handler's gun hand is on the right-hand side. Very, very rarely will you ever see a canine handler that's a left-handed handler where the gun's on the left-hand side because the dog's always heel on the left-hand side. When the dog's told to stop, he stops. When he's told to lay down, stay in one place, he stays there and allows the handler to walk away from him and walk back to him. However, whenever the dog's watching the handler, he's always attuned to what the handler's doing. If there's an aggressive mood towards the handler, the dog's there to take care of whatever aggressive mood happens, if something happens in the instance where the handler gets in some kind of trouble. Once they go through the obedience part, they go into an obstacle phase where the dogs are taught how not to be scared of any obstacle. They jump 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot jumps, jump through windows, jump through things that's on fire, climb log climbs, and they're taught how to climb ladders. They have to climb up a ladder and across a ladder to get onto a roof. So if the handler can't get up there or for some dangerous situation don't get on the roof, they can just put the dog up there after the guy. Basic obedience. You also notice that these dogs don't really pay attention to one another. They pay attention, but they're taught not to be aggressive towards each other because if you're working a crowd control situation, the dogs have to pay attention to the crowd and not each other. Dog always walks at heel whenever the handler stops. Whenever the handler stops, the dog just stops alongside of him. Moore's a little bit slow. He's had some health problems here lately, and he's having a little bit of trouble, poor boy. Put him down, sit stay, or else. Down, stay. Sometimes contrary, dogs are like people. And these patrol dogs, as nasty and aggressive as they are, they train with us all the time, and they're used to us. But see, most people believe they're extremely aggressive and they'll bite anything that's around them, and you can see that you can just walk in between them. A lot of times they won't sit down or lay down on this blacktop because it gets so hot. Okay. It's just a bad day. Hot blacktop, dogs don't like to lay on it. They're panting a lot. What we'll do is we'll allow the bad guy to come out, take a couple hits on the sleeve. That way we can get the dogs off this blacktop. We'll allow you to ask any questions you want to ask. We'll bring a bloodhound out, let you see them, explain a little bit about what a bloodhound does. But bloodhounds don't do any demonstrations. They are a one-manner dog. Want to alert him? He's coming right here. All right. Oh, Rocky, he's our volunteer.
Oh my God, Rocky.
Come on. Come on, Doug. Come on. Come on.
The handler can approach the bad guy, search him, see if he has any guns or anything on him while the dog watches. If the bad guy makes a bad move or tries to fight with the handler, then the dog comes to his aid.
Fight the dog! Hold still! Come on! Come on! Come on! Hold still! Hold still! Hold still! Out! More! Out! Out! Out!
A lot of times the dog don't want to come off the sleeve because they're trained, you know, they like to play with it, they like to hold on to it. It's kind of like their reward, they'll just carry it along. Just throw it. Here, just throw it something. The dogs are always controlled by the handler. Any aggression that's towards anybody at all is controlled by the handler, except for one situation. But the one time that the dog will attack without command is on gunfire. These patrol dogs are trained to attack as soon as they hear a gun go off. And they don't know the difference between a blank gun, a gun that has bullets or whatever in it. That's how a lot of the patrol shepherds get killed protecting the handler, because the dog, as soon as he hears gunfire, he automatically attacks. A lot of times the dog gets shot, but it allows the handler to be protected and the handler not get killed. These dogs, people who work with dogs and canine handlers are so close to the dogs, but they work 8 hours a day, every day with the dog, have the dog with them in the car for 8 hours, and then they do things at home with them. Most people don't spend that time with their family, that much time with the family. That's how dog handlers grow so close to the dogs that they work with. You want to bring, you have your Bloodhound with you? Go ahead and bring it. We're going to put the shepherd away because it's just so hot, and they don't like to work in this heat like this out in front of the public. I brought a Bloodhound with me, but Trooper Brim also has a Bloodhound, so since I seem to have the mic, he's going to run down and get his Bloodhound. To explain a little bit about Bloodhounds, most people who've been exposed to a Bloodhound believe what they see on television. They believe that a Bloodhound's just a lazy dog that lays around on a porch like on Hee-Haw and so forth. Bloodhounds are not lazy, they're extremely active, they're very hard-working, they're one-minded dog, they're the best man-trailing dog in the world. Bloodhounds have the ability to do things that no other dog have. They have the ability to scent discriminate, and what scent discriminate does is each person in the world has a different chemical makeup or composure to them. Bloodhounds can pick that chemical composure up and differentiate between anyone else that's walking along. To give you a little basic idea of what happens with bloodhounds and bloodhound trails is the vast majority of people believe that when someone walks somewhere, walks through the woods or whatever, the scent that the dog's following is coming off their feet or wherever they walk. What actually happens is the vast majority of the scent that comes off the body comes off the top of the head. What it is, the body's made up of complex chemicals. The body replaces itself daily. The chemicals leave the body. The minute microscopic cells, they leave the body, get caught up in an air current that comes up the body, up to the top of the head, and then flow off. They're like minute snowflakes. When they hit the ground, they're made up of protein. They start to decay, and that little bit of gaseous odor is what a bloodhound trails. It moves with the wind, however the wind's blowing. It depends on the type of terrain, whether it's asphalt or whether it's woods or so forth. You can get around them, kids can play with them, but the problem with them is when they become aggressive, they become extremely aggressive. And I can attest to that because the one I have in the car bit me in the finger this morning because we was just a little bit unhappy. Most bloodhounds are just happy dogs. You can talk to them, you can play with them, the kids can get up to them, you can pet them. But they have a very low tolerance to pain. Bloodhounds have a tolerance that is very quick and very short. They become extremely aggressive and will hurt you really, really quick. And bloodhounds, work was so well known and so well believed that if a bloodhound trailed a suspect to a building and the person inside the building refused entry, they were automatically considered guilty. Also, most people believe what they see on television, that bloodhounds bay and you can hear them coming after you and so forth. Bloodhounds don't make a sound. I've trained with hundreds of bloodhounds. I've only ever heard 2 of them that ever bayed. Most of the time, the baying on television comes from just the show part, but what actually happened in the years of the slaves, when the slave runaway would run away from the plantation, the slave owners always kept a couple bloodhounds to do the man trailing, and then they kept a whole pack of mongrel dogs that they would take along. The bloodhound was the one that would actually trail the runaway slave to a point where they almost caught up with him, and they would cut this pack of dogs loose on him to catch him and kill him. That's where the baying, everyone believed that the baying of the bloodhounds was after him, came from. Bloodhounds don't bay except for when they're hungry. Does anyone have any questions that we can answer for you real quick now before we clear? This is an easy problem. All right, I love this.
You said the scent comes off of your head. You take that there, that nose scent that you use in deer hunting, spray yourself with that.
That's just a masking agent. Yeah, what he asked is, he said the scent comes off the top of your head if you use nose scent like you do in deer hunting, put it on the top of your head, will it stop? No, that's just like putting perfume on. That's just a masking agent. There's absolutely no way that you can stop your body from expelling dead body cells. The only way you can stop it is if you're dead. Once you die, your body no longer replaces itself, so it's not expelling any body cells. The only other way is to get in a self-contained suit like an astronaut where the air circulates within itself.
They have those suits out.
Yeah, but we've had bloodhounds that trail people in cars. The guy would get in a car and drive for a couple miles, and the way the bloodhound would trail him is, even though he's in a car, in a self-contained car, he has the window down, and the scent's coming out the window and it's still falling on the ground. As soon as it falls on the ground and starts to decay, that gaseous odor, which they already identified as a person from a scent article, they can still trail it.
The guy up that alley.
Back up. We really don't have any problem at all. No, television distorts a lot of things. We ain't had a chance to chase you yet, Tyke. Pink elephants? The body is just in one spot. It's not moving, there's no trail to it. Now, what they use is cadaver dogs, and they're air sending dogs, they're not trailing dogs. Completely different. Anything. They don't use bloodhounds. The bloodhound's nose is too sensitive, and because it's so sensitive, most bloodhounds are on the throats of the dead body. No. The canine school's down in outside of Pikesville, Woodstock. We all train with the state police canine school, except for the dogs bought from Europe, but we still retrain 2 days every month. Every month we have 2 days of training we have to go through. Okay. Any other questions? How old? How old is it?
Birthday.
Any other questions we can help you with?
They gave it to us. I better give a good hand. We got some real good protection in this city, state, and county, don't we? These men are up here day and night watching our families and our friends and all. It's these officers like this that keep us safe at home. So have another big hand for the officers. Come on. Thank you.
We need you down here. Well, you wouldn't have mine. You'd have like a woman's, never mind. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 eligible women out of this whole block. Come on.
Here comes another one. Here comes another one. Lordy, get in here.
Do we have any tattletales to tell me who's out there hiding, maybe?
Right here comes one.
Here comes one where?
Right here.
Get her in there.
Right here?
Get her in there.
Go, Marlon.
Oh, come on.
Get in there.
What's your name? Laura? Come on, Laura. Hey, crowd, Laura needs some support here, okay? Let's give, come on, Laura. Laura. All right, let's give Laura a big round of applause. Huh?
Her husband wanted to get an oak bred 30 years ago.
Uh-oh, we got another one coming. Another fraidy cat. All right. Do we have any other women down here? Single women is what we want. I feel like that guy on Mars. Mars needs women. Oh, come on. No? You don't like the cats? You never played baseball when you were a kid? What do you think? Okay, here we go. Ready? Now this is the rules now. On the count of 3, she's gonna let this thing fly. All right? If it gets in like a mile radius of you, you're still it. Of course, we're not doing the bouquet thing or the garter thing, so. Okay, here we go. You ready? Photographer ready? Where you at? There he is. Alrighty, here we go. On the count of 3. Ready? 1.
Hey there.
1.5. 2, 3. Let her fly. All right. Uh-oh. Who we got? Who we got? And your name? Carrie. Let's give a big round of applause for Carrie.
She volunteered to get in it.
Brian.
We are. Here we go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and the people way up there, they can't hear you, and the people way down there can't hear you. We'll have to do this again. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Almost there. One more time. I want to hear all you got. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Hello. That is correct. My name is Derek Roby, and I am from Ridgely, West Virginia. And I'd like to thank the West Side Neighborhood Crime Watch for having me back again 2 years in a row. I'm going to do some close-up magic. I know you're kind of far away, so in order to do close-up, you got to get a little closer. So the people way back there in the back, if you can't see, you can move up here a little closer. And if you like what you see, clap real loud so the people back there will wonder, what's going on? And then they'll come up here and enjoy the show also. Copper coin and a silver coin. Can you see them? I'm going to place both of them into my hands. I'm going to remove one of the coins. Only one. I'm going to remove the silver coin and place it into my pocket. Now, what coins should be left in my hand? Started with a copper and a silver. Put the silver one in my pocket. Copper, very good. And since you did such a good job, I would like to start the trick over again. I have 2 coins, a copper and a silver. I'm going to place them both into my hands. I'm going to remove one of the coins. Oh, let's pick the copper coin this time. Copper coin. Place it into my pocket. If I place a copper coin into my pocket, what coin should I have in my hand? Silver coin, very good. Since you did such a good job, I'd like to start the trick over again. I have a copper coin and I have a silver coin. I want to place the coins into my hands. I'm going to reach in and pull out one of the coins. Silver coin. I want to place the silver coin into my pocket. Now, what coin should I have in my hand? Which one? Copper, very good. And since you did such a good job, I'd like to start the trick over again. I have a copper and a silver coin. I'll place them both into my hands, into my hand. I'm going to reach in and pull out one coin. Pull out the copper coin. Now, what coins do I have in my hand? Silver. Let's see, now did I do that 4 or 4? Good, because I'm not supposed to do it 5, okay? If I do the trick 5 times, they vanish on me.